Biden facing harsh criticism during his State of the Union address after he goes off script and admitting that our country still needs gas and oil. Take a listen.
Have you noticed big oil just reported its profits, record profits? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells and all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them? I said, we're going to need oil for at least another decade. And that's going to exceed and beyond that. We're going to need it.
Matt Coday is the president and founder of the Oil and Gas Workers Association. He joins me now. I love your hard hat this morning, Matt. Shows you're ready to get to work. But, let's get this straight. So Joe Biden came off script at the State of the Union and basically said, even though I stopped the Keystone XL pipeline within hours of being in office, we're still actually going to need this gas and oil. How does that resonate with all of those workers who immediately lost their jobs, thousands of workers?
Well, first of all, Joe Biden lies a lot, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. Hey, look, Joe Biden said on the campaign trail, we're going to transition away from your old jobs. He did it from day one. Keystone XL permit, everything else since then. Every American oil and gas worker knows that this administration wants to kill our jobs. And so when Joe Biden talks about how people don't want to invest, it's under this administration. We've got an energy secretary who's floated the possible reimposition of the crude oil export ban. Nobody wants to invest in a losing opportunity. And oil and gas companies are very scared right now because this Biden administration has signaled to us, hey, we're going to kill your jobs no matter what we say in public.
Yeah, I mean, the oil and gas companies are holding on to literally whatever they can right now because they are afraid he's just going to shut them off. But when he said that we were going to need oil and gas for 10 more years, I would argue that it's going to be more. What do you think?
Oh, it's going to be much longer. And fortunately for us, we have oil and natural gas right under our feet here in America. We don't have to import it from foreign countries. We can use American molecules and products and American fuel to power the nation.
You compared Joe Biden's admission during the State of the Union to his handling of the border crisis. Why was that? Tell us.
Well, because Joe Biden started talking about how, hey, well, maybe we've got an issue at the border. About 2 years after we had an issue at the border, he's talking about how we're going to need oil and gas now, 2 years after he canceled the final leg of the Keystone XL permit. We can't afford for Joe Biden and this administration to wait 2 more years to talk about a problem we already know we had. We need to be investing in future production here in the United States right now so that Americans for years to come don't have higher gas prices, higher grocery prices, higher home heating costs. Democrats, Republicans, and independents alike, we know USA oil and gas production benefits every American.
I mean, look what he did in Alaska and in the Gulf. He shut down those reserves. He pulled the plug on the leases. We were oil and energy dependent before him. But with this admission, do you think there's any chance that he's going to open this back up? Because you heard the Democrats in that State of the Union booing when he said that. I mean, he came off script. That's not what the White House wanted him to say.
That's right. It's possible he could. It's always possible. It's just not likely because Joe Biden talks out of both sides of his mouth. I was trying to think of a nice way to say that. Joe Biden has the chance to prove that his administration really cares about every American and wants to lower gas prices and wants to increase production here in the United States by approving infrastructure projects, by speeding up federal permitting, by getting his boot off the necks of American workers and let us get to work.
So even if he did all of that, how long would it take before we became dependent or independent again?
We're talking about months to bring a new well to production. We're talking about years to get back out of the woods. But if we don't start now, we're not going to get there any faster. We need to be drilling more here in the United States right now. Other foreign countries are drilling. We see China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Libya, Iraq, Venezuela drilling. Why aren't we drilling here in the U.S.? Because this administration says one thing and does another and will leave us dependent upon foreign oil as much as they can.
So what happens if Biden gets reelected? Because he's more or less setting up the fact that he's going to run for reelection. So how bad could this get? I mean, he's still got 2 more years. Who knows what's going to happen in those 2 years? But how bad could this get if he does get reelected?
He does. We're talking about a grave threat to our national security. This isn't just about the economy. This isn't just about, our jobs. This is about our national security and leaving us dependent upon hostile foreign nations. And that's why right now Oil and Gas Workers Association is working with federal and state legislators in several states to ban China and other foreign hostile entities from taking control, not just of the surface, but what's underneath us, because we need to control our natural resources. And we're hopeful that all Americans will see that Biden's policies hurt every American, and that we get some people in office who really put American workers and families first.
I totally agree. Matt Coday, thank you so much for getting up with us this morning. Love your sweatshirt. It says United We Stand, for everyone who can't see, in the hard hat. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley.
Of course.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.